doing
go, they
everything,
destroy,
kill everybody they can kill. You know?
Exactly.
And then they will remain in the forest. Waiting
exactly. Absolutely. And now our
so
people,
like,
even
I don't
Lagos
understand
is
why
not
they are
safe.
complaining. Why are you warning them? Why are you telling them to leave? How about you
I
organize
wonder,
and then you show us the brutality that
the-
Yoruba land is no longer welcoming for them, right? Why are you warning them?
absolutely.
Why are you telling
Why
them to
you
leave?
now? I expect that now that we have Yoruba presidents, they should organize. They should give power, guns to Amotekun, and they should form another kind of, security rangers that those ones will be brutal against terrorism, especially against with charm, with everything they have, spiritual power, and they will go after these people. My ordinarily, there are some spiritual things that we can do to chase these people, or you all those bushes. There was a man in Oyo State that they went to his farm. No, it's not in Oyo, in Osun. They went to his farm and cow eat all his farm, and he went to meet all those Fulani. He told them what happened and they chased him away. That nothing they won't pay. That man went spiritual and he did something on his farm. And next time those cow came with the Fulani people, they ate and all those cow died. I don't know, maybe you'll have seen the viral video.
I remember the story as well.
That,
they said he poisoned his crops and all that.
Crops and all that.
But even
and
himself couldn't go back to his farm again because of reprisal attack. Because they actually said,
of course, they will kill him. Of course. So at the end of the day, now we have a Yoruba president. So what is the benefit?
Exactly.
So thank you very much, Maegun. Let me let other people call. Thank you. Take care of yourself,
and
Baba.
you too. Get some rest.
Yeah, have a good night. Yeah, bye.
Cheers, man. I mean, what is the benefit? There must be a benefit. See, when people say, I don't like Tifnumbu, but I like what he's doing. What exactly is Tifnumbu doing that you can say is different from what Bukwari did? I only pick on security, which is the most paramount. Sure, you get Bukwari boldly and confidently, right, stood behind the Fulani terrorists. All the atrocities, they were like a state crime, forgiven. He said the Amotekun cannot be harmed. They boldly said that to the governors. You can't harm them. And the governors went to Abuja pretty much like begging him that we need to harm them. We need to harm them. Today, you will never see anywhere Amotekun parade is being done. Nakondo baton they will give them to be displayed, to be displaying. Why can't Amotekun carry machine guns, real guns, and show a display, show of force in Yoruba land? Why? So who is these guys now afraid of? Because Tifnubu won't be your president forever. I hope you know that. So those of you who are saying that I don't like Tifnubu, I don't support it, but because of him, Yorubas have voice. What voice? Because they are no longer reporting the atrocities of these terrorists. So if we have terrorists that are escaping from northern Nigeria down to southern Nigeria, what should we do? We should raise alarm and then go to bed. Okay. Hello there.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
I am very well. How are you?
I'm good. I hope you're having a quality time, and also your family. I hope everybody's fine.
Well, we can't really complain. We are doing well. Thanks so much for asking. Happy New Year, though. That's our first time speaking this year.
Happy New Year to you too. I just came back about a week ago.
Oh yeah. So you are like right now in America. I just got back.
Yes, I just got back, bro.
Right. So that's some experience, Baba. So how was it?
Eventful, my dear brother. Very eventful. Like you always say, that place is something else. It's in fact,
you need an extra layer of skin to understand how to maneuver your way in there, or else.
I am telling you, it's a crime scene. That place, that is a joke. It's a complete joke. In fact, let me start with the for everybody to know. Maybe they've said it here to you. Michael, do you know that they have DSS counter before the immigration counter at the airport now?
Really? And why is that?
So apparently when I got there, when I got to the place, the very first counter I encountered was men in complete black. Okay. They were not, and this one is not as if it was ambiguous. You could see it boldly on the way they were dressed. Black, they have their own cubicle right there. You are going to go through them first before you encounter the immigration counter. And they are not too far from each other, but you definitely have to go through them before you get to the immigration. And what I noticed was that when they took my passport, they put it on their scanner, something that looks like a glass, like a scanner, and then everything appeared on their screen. And the guy was literally, what I noticed he was doing was he was looking at my, like for example, my social media, my it's come on, when you have the opportunity of seeing a reasonable part of the screen, especially when you are facing somebody on the that's in the cubicle, and then the screen you could see some part of it. Then suddenly what he did was like he just said, you are on a couple of social media, YouTube, Facebook, this and that. I said, yeah. Do you have a problem? The next thing I asked, do you have a problem with me being in social media, or what is the issue? He said he just looked at like, there's nothing. Nothing. He just looked. He did his face somehow and then lifted his shoulder up, down, and just like he just gave me the passport. I said, okay, thank you, welcome. And I moved. So for me, at that time, what I saw, and this is just, I will just be absolutely be direct. What I saw was he was more interested in observing what my social media looks like and what I am saying on social media.
Yeah.
So
Because they
probably
said that those of us in the diaspora, we are under serious surveillance, by the way.
it is
They
believe,
they said we are the people inciting the people in Nigeria to stand up and fight them. So therefore, if you enter Nigeria, you get checked.
You get checked. And if you are somebody they are really, really interested or looking for, right
Just
from there, they will pick you from there straight to Abuja. Right from there, straight to Abuja. And when I left them, I noticed that the guy kept on looking at me. Then when I was at the immigration, that one didn't waste time. I didn't waste too much time there. But I just noticed that as soon as I walked towards baggage clip, right, the baggage clip area, so the one that was moving around trying to observe me, I noticed that he was still coming around that area. Then suddenly the next place I saw him was with customs and DEA people. They now wanted to do what is called. But guess what? Oh my God, these people are crazy. Then they now say the guy there. You're saying that they want to do a secondary search. A secondary search of my luggage. I said, oh sure, no problem. So my guy that was helping me to push the thing said, what's going on? I said, don't worry, it's fine. Let's do is it a secondary search? If you don't have nothing to fear, why are you worried? Don't worry, relax.
Okay.
So they opened my luggage, saw a couple of some body wash and perfume and some few things that were a lot. He said, am I personal? I said, am I selling this one? I said, those are personal effects. Or is there a law in Nigeria that say I cannot use my personal effects or what? So when they realized that I was somebody who was going to be a little bit combative, they were not trying to continue to make things look like as if it was difficult. So I just ignored them. After they do their rubbish, they still let me. I left.
So they are there in the airport right now with our
names. My good idea. My good idea. I'm not kidding.
My own name is going to flag up like that. Hey, that's him. Everyone, they'll be like, what's in the airport? What's in the airport? Arrest him. I mean, I will just do like this in the airport, like that. You can't catch me like I'll be like that to them, like like that, trying to run away. So just create the drama. If they have my own passport, I give to them that way, like, oh yeah, take, and they say, catch her. I was like, catch you.
And when you are going back, you're going back, you're going to encounter them again.
Right.
You are encountering them again. So apparently, like you said, and like I think what they've said is that they've marked most of us that are in the diaspora.
They are monitoring our social media activities, of course. There's no doubt. So that's why I encourage people that if you are coming onto my Egun's Diary Politico, at least you must know what you are up against. And there is no point in pretending. All right.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah. So is that for? It's like FYI, just for everybody on this platform, on the platform of
Just to be
Diasporan, should
aware,
to know,
exactly.
be aware
Get
that
caught unaware.
you are. Yeah, you are going to encounter them. Stay calm, stay cool. You know, be
Let
yourself.
them run their own thing.
You'll be fine. Yeah, let them run their own thing. You'll be fine.
Thank you
You'll
so
be fine.
much, and you're welcome
Thank
back
you.
as well.
Thank you. I miss you, man.
I do. Me too. You see, I'm gonna see if I have a chance. I'm coming to the US next month, okay, and I'm gonna be there for like 2 weeks. All right.
Woo.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
But I'm coming with the family, so I would have a chance of meeting some of you. But if I miss you next month, I'll also be back in the US sometimes in late April or early May. So if I miss you again, then I will likely see you before you go to Nigeria again in December. So I'll be in the US again sometimes around August or October. So we're having the Yoruba Union Summit sometimes in August, but we are not sure if we are going to have it in the US or we're going to have it in Canada.
I can't wait to have you, man.
But you don't worry now. Once I'm around, everybody gonna say I'm around. Don't worry.
All right, cool. No problem.
Stay safe, man. All right. You have a very good one. Okay. Welcome back. That's Kenneth. And here is Charm. Lady Charm. How you doing, ma'am? Welcome back. Can you hear me? Charm.
Oh, good evening, Michael. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. Enjoying the cold as usual.
I know. Have we spoken this year? I don't think so. Have we?
No, I think so. I think we have.
Yes, we have. I think we have. Yeah, you're right. So how you doing today?
I'm fine, just taking in your whole show. I've been watching it from start to finish. The previous caller, very hilarious. They're actually checking people's social media to find out what we're saying.
Yeah, they do that now.
That's the mark of a jobless government, a very jobless one. If you're so bothered about what
they are scared, you see, they are like scared people, right? Very little-minded people who are so afraid of their own shadow, because everybody knows that one day, this whole arrangement is going to explode or implode. And yeah, it's just a matter of time. They are worried.
They have every right to be very worried, because they've done so much to actually demarket that whole region. They've impoverished the people. So if they're worried about us, I think they're worried about the wrong people. They need to be worried about the people in that country,
exactly.
Who are directly impacted by their corruption. Those are the people that they need to be worried about, because it cannot continue like this. That's just the truth, Coming to the Amotekun, right? I don't know why people are still waiting to ask this government for, to give us permission to do this and do that. People are there. A threat to your life, a threat to your livelihood. And yes, you want to ask permission to do what needs to be done. And I'm not talking about capturing all of these terrorists, because that is what they are. The time of capturing them is past. It was during Buhari's time that you're capturing them. Now you're just getting them and getting rid of them, because they're a complete nuisance.
Let's send them to their creator, who can then judge.
Yeah, send them to their eternal reward, because that's what they deserve. Because if you don't send them to their eternal reward, they'll send you and your family to your own eternal reward. So you're not. It's not about we're looking for permission or we're threatening you. What are we waiting for? Right? What are you? What are people waiting for?
Why are you telling them?
Why are you warning them?
Why are you do what you have to do? They will
do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. And then when the government comes for you, you come for them. I don't know. Nigerians are just still, they're still, let us ask. You don't have a government. You don't have a country to start off with, right? A country where a group of people, right, have more rights than you. You're being told from above that you can't when you catch them, you can't kill them, or you can't threaten them, you can't do anything. They have more rights. Are you still in a country? Which one are you? Are you a citizen or are you a slave? Which one are you? Because clearly anyone watching, listening to your show, watching everything that you're saying, even just watching what is going on a daily basis, forget about the media. We already know that the media is captured, right? We already know that there are certain entities, and I don't really think that the entities that we're talking about are just those ones, are just Nigerians. I think even foreign entities have ensured that Nigerians are left ignorant of the exact situation or the true situation of that country, because a lot of people are still oblivious to the depth of the corruption in that country. Look at what you're talking about: billions, 1.9 billion to buy one photocopy machine,
printing machine,
printing machine in
and I'm not talking
2025.
about industrial publishing printing, photocopier machine that
Photocopier machine
photocopy.
That almost all the houses here in America, I'm sure everyone has a photocopy machine, because children are always doing homework.
$50,
You have to print out stuff, and you're spending 1 point something billion. If all of us spend 1 point something billion buying photo machine, we won't have any money now. Doesn't make any kind of sense. What else needs to be said? What else needs to be said? And there's something that just occurred to me, right? Because the previous caller talked about Buhari being not a what did he say again? He wasn't a candidate that the Obama's administration was looking at. I said, listen, we all of us in general need to be very, very fearful of what the final outcome or what the final destination that they want Nigeria to be is. Because when he's saying that, Buhari was not somebody that they were really looking to, their final candidate, right? But they still used him.
Yes, they did.
Right? And I don't know if anybody is aware. I'm very much aware, and I believe it is so. I don't have anything to prove it, but you see that Chibok girls kidnapping was an operation that they carried out. It wasn't something, it was a catalyst to ensure that
right. There is evidence of that. There is evidence of that. It is one conspiracy against Nigeria that the America is also believed to be involved. Because the way the way the whole thing played out, obviously, it was the last stroke that broke the camel's back.
Exactly. And you have to, there's no way, if you're somebody who observes politics, geopolitics and all of that, and also that observes the influence and the influence of the West on this particular region, right? You know that they're not doing, nothing happens in isolation. They've planned every single thing. They had to find something that will motivate and galvanize the people against Jonathan. And they used those Chibok girls to do it. Remember that there was also supposed to be all of this intelligence about, this is going to happen. And it still happened at the end of the day, right? We now have the international media, Michelle Obama screaming, return our girls,
international campaigns and all that.
All that campaign and all of that business.
And now to the point that Obama had to make a video telling Nigerians that their destiny is in their hand during election. That to make Nigeria, the task to make Nigeria better is, to make Nigeria is a task that must be done. He actually made a video.
He made that video and everything.
That now is an opportunity to make sure that the incompetent Jonathan is kicked out.
It's kicked out, right?
Election interference.
Well, exactly. I think the greatest lie that we've ever been told is that we were actually in charge of our own destinies. We've never been in charge of our destiny. Never. Nigeria has never been free. We have never been independent. We are still a very, very dependent country, dependent on the West. So they did all of that and ensured that Jonathan was removed from that power. Now you see Tinubu.
David Axelrod.
And David Axelrod.
Jonathan, I'm sorry, he worked with
Buhari.
During their change era, remember?
Yeah. Yes, David Axelrod.
He's a consultant to APC in 2014, 2015.
Can you imagine?
Like he was given to the APC. The guy, all the propaganda, this whole thing is public. They are in public now. They are not secret. This is not me and you making any discovery. This whole thing are in public as we speak, right? Axelrod and the rest of them said they cooked all of the propaganda, the lies that were spread by media to ensure that Jonathan, in fact, if Jonathan failed to concede that election, there will be civil war in Nigeria. It was that bad.
And they were
to start a civil war. They will
be ready to do that.
Already telling them they will give him backbone treatments. That means it will be dragged out of that Aso Rock
and killed
in public and on the streets like that. That's what they said they will do to him.
And they were going to do that. And I guess
Yeah.
maybe a lot of people saw Jonathan as being weak, but maybe Jonathan loved his life enough and he knew what was in front of him. I said, you know what,
He said
I'm not going to contest this.
the lives of Nigerians is not, his election is not worth the life of anybody. Because, before you get to Jonathan, thousands would die anyway. You know that.
Oh,
Like, it's not gonna go down
absolutely.
easily. People would die.
Okay.
Then eventually, right? Then they will kill him.
And I just want to add one thing so that other people can come in. You see, the West, they have always had a long plan, a long-term plan. See, you have to look at the dominoes. Buhari, first of all, get rid of Jonathan, install Buhari. Buhari then ensured that Tinubu, with their Muslim, whatever, Muslim ticket, would become president. They always had designs for Tinubu to become president.